we'll try to finish the song. I'm having some really cool idea for the pre-chorus and even the chorus as well, where we can possibly bring back that descending whole tone scale idea. I know last episode I looked like I just came up with verse 1 on the spot like that, but obviously I didn't. So after coming up with the chords, what I actually did first was come up with a melody. Well, normally with songs like this one, where I have like an overall vision of what I want, or in this case, a very solid title, Give the Kid, I would generally turn to developing a storyline first. Like, for example, what the concluding message in the chorus would be like, or how do I build a story up to that message since the pre-chorus, or how do I even set the scene for this whole story to make sense in the verse. Basically, it's an approach that lets the melody depend on the lyrics a bit more, but this time I just separated the two completely and worked on the melody first. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so we are in voice memos now, and let me show you what the very rough first recording of the song. I would say this is the verse, but I wasn't even thinking of anything when I just recorded this, because what I did there was basically play the chord and then forced myself to blurt out a melody, and this is what I came up with at the start, which was pretty close to the final one, to be honest. That's what I came up with, and then after that, when I listen back, what I tried to do is make sense of that, like pick out what's the good bit in there. What does that mean? So I tried to pick out the good bits in there, or maybe like a motive, which was pretty clear in there that we had a motive. That sounds like this. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So we have, I would say, like 2 bits there. One is like the da da da, and then the da. Those are the 2 key points that I feel like we could stick to as a guideline to flesh out the rest of the melody, which sounds like this. Oh, okay. I just went a bit over into the pre-chorus there. I know we're all more interested in the pre-chorus now because of how insane that melody sounded. But before that, that's how I wrote the verses melody basically, and then once I put the lyrics in, of course, and make some minor tweaks, then we got the verse. Okay, let's move on to the pre-chorus because we have some interesting stuff there. Okay, as for the pre-chorus, let me run you through the chords first. So we have G major 7 here, B flat major 7, to A major 7 minor 7, over G bass, and then to D over F sharp, B7, E minor, D major at 11, and then to C at 9. And we'll repeat that. And we end it with this. Okay. As much as I would love to run through the theory behind why those chords work that well together, I'm afraid I can't. Especially the G major 7 to B flat major 7 here. It was just one of those moments where I'm like, yeah, they sound good together, and that's it. Because what actually happened was that once I play this G major 7, and I just have this weird sound in my head that wants to go to B flat major 7, and it actually just didn't came out like that. I had to work around trying to recreate that. What's happened in my head on the guitar, I had to try to recreate that, and I finally got to that B flat major 7. But to attempt to explain why they work together, I think the best suggestion would be voice leading. It's where all the notes in one chord move seamlessly to those in the very next one with smaller intervals or without jumping around too much. So in terms of the melody for that part, I don't think I'll change it that much. So let's run it back. Of course, we're gonna have to tweak it once we put the lyrics in, but that's pretty much it. I quite like it, especially the start of it. Oh, I love that note. Okay, let's talk about the lyrics for a bit here, since we got pretty far with the melody already. So this is what we have in the verse currently. Take away all of the start that kid was gifted. Tell him that he's not different from everybody else. Hold it back, the thought that one day he should light up the sky. Not every star belongs in the same sky. So I'm pretty much being a hater here. I'm throwing shades because a kid is being gifted with so many things. I'm borderline jealous of their talent and all that. But why? I'm not making sense here, right? Why would I hate a kid for being better than me? I know we all do, but there's got to be a reason rather than just straight up jealousy. I'll tell you why in the pre-chorus. And obviously, I worked some of this out beforehand as well. So similar to the verse, no, I do not come up with this on the spot. But here we go. Call me obsessed, I am too honest, but I'd rather put it this way before he ends up hurting himself alone. You said you were impressed, you just want the best, that you never promised the kid anything. When he tried to touch the sun with paper wings, that they burn off the sky. So it seems like I know what it's like being a gifted kid. And I'm telling people not to give the kid praises and compliments too much, which also still doesn't make sense. Well, as a kid, if you talented and all that, people will gonna give you praises and compliments, but that sometimes can be false hopes and pressure, or rather paper wings, like I said in the lyrics, that eventually gonna hurt the kid in the end. So I'm telling people not to do that. People are gonna compliment you that you are talented and that you have potential or straight up a bright future, and that's nothing out of ordinary. And in fact, it's a good thing to get compliments, of course, but I'm just telling people to phrase it differently and compliment the kid as they are in the present, rather than promising them or hoping that they have potential or a bright future. Like, don't promise them any of that, because no one has control over the future, and that eventually gonna turn into the kid's very own pressure or expectation on themselves to live up to that and have a supposedly bright future, which is not healthy. So once again, in terms of the conceptual ideas and all that for the album, we are seeing the concept of time, like future and present here, and promises. So all coming back as keywords here. So far the story is like this. I'm hating the kid being so talented because people are putting pressure on them. And I have some experience being a gifted kid myself, and I'm telling people not to do that because that will hurt the kid in the end. Alrighty? What would I say to the kid then? Keep running ahead. You'll be there in time. You're pacing it just right. Keep running ahead. You can trust yourself. You don't need no fake wings. All the stars that you were gifted with don't have to feel and nothing that's got above you. All the stars that you were gifted with don't have to be lighting up the way to your dreams. That's what I would tell the kid. I would empower him. I would empower his trust in himself. I would acknowledge him in the present, not his potential, in the present. And tell him that he doesn't need any fake wings. He doesn't need anyone's approval of how he want to use his talent. Because first of all, I strongly believe that if you are gifted with something, it should be used for yourself to live the life you want first. Once you live happily and using your talent for yourself, then you can start thinking about other people. But it has to be yourself first, because you are the one that was gifted, not other people, right? Your gifts are your gifts, not for other people. We also managed to bring back this descending hotum scale idea in the second half of the chorus. Now, if you haven't caught on already, the gifted kid is me. The other people who praises the kid, so also me. And the one telling the other people about this gifted kid is also me, obviously. And that doesn't become apparent until we get to the very end of the song. And we just did. And there you go. That's it. We got the song. We wrote the song. We did it. Now, in terms of producing this song, I feel like a more dynamic arrangement, or like the sound of the production would lean towards a band production or arrangement, since at this point in the album that's like what, 2/3 through it, and Enough to Love is coming soon. It will probably follow right after this one, but I don't know, there's nothing for sure yet. But yeah, we do have to build up to that rock and metal band sound or arrangement. Also, I think that kind of dynamic production or sound or vibe would fit this song a lot. and it will only make the song shine even more. Hopefully, well, now I do have to get to produce the song now that we finished writing it. Hopefully in the future, like in a later episode, I'll try to, I'm not promising anything, but I'll try to have like an episode where I run you through the production of this one, because I feel like it'll be fun. Anyway, next week we'll run back to the start of the second half with options. Until then, see ya.